thrilled to be bringing you for the very first time the newest, the most exciting flower show in the world. And it's all set here in the heart of Derbyshire at one of the most iconic estates in all of England, Chatsworth House. The magnificent stately home is found in the Peak District, about 260 kilometres northwest of London. Built almost 500 years ago, today it's the home to the Duke and Duchess of Devonshire. Set in glorious parkland created by England's most celebrated landscape architect, Capability Brown. And for this sold-out inaugural event, some 90,000 garden-mad Brits and visitors have flocked here for the Royal Horticulture Society's hottest new garden show. The RHS has a bold and innovative lineup, fabulous show gardens, great ideas for home gardeners. It's all here. And with all this space on offer, designers like Joe Thompson are really making the most of it. Joe, this is a huge-scale garden that you've created.
It is 3 times the size of the show garden we did at Chelsea last year. Because of that, I wanted to do something that I thought would sit well in the landscape. So this is what I do. This is a real garden for me. But it's all quite wild, you know, the rose is Rosa multiflora, so it's quite a wild-looking specimen.
And then little stands of dahlias. But I noticed just behind us you've got what we call Canterbury bells. These are beautiful.
Yeah, I love these in the purple and the kind of dusky pink.
And wrapping around the garden,
I found this sort of steel reinforcing bar, and we've made a sculpture which winds through the garden, cantilevers out over the river, just to give a bit of structure to the garden.
it's hard to believe this is a show garden put together in just 3 weeks. It feels like it's meant to be here. The showgoers agree, awarding Joe Chatsworth's first People's Choice Award. The stunning Wedgwood Garden is another feast of flowers, designed by young gun Sam Ovens.
So the idea is within this window, it's kind of somewhere to view the garden from, and it's an intimate place to kind of sit.
This is actually a full, real built wall, isn't it? It's not sort of hollow and full of polystyrene.
Yeah, no, not at all. So this is a properly constructed dry stone wall, and we wanted to show a real level of craftsmanship.
The dogwood, what a beautiful tree.
Yeah, so the corniscues, they're lovely.
And of course, this is your long pond.
Mm-hmm. It kind of reflects all the planting around, particularly the steeper and the diorama.
But if masses of flowers aren't your thing, how about something a bit more raw and rugged? Paul Harvey Brooks' Out There Quarry Garden definitely has everyone talking. Paul, what a dramatic landscape. Steel rusting to give that wonderful colour, concrete everywhere.
And the funny thing is that the sculptural wall was created by a German female artist.
Really?
And she, growing up with the Berlin Wall, really felt a connection to it.
Isn't that incredible? Made from Corten steel, the wall has been treated with salt, hydrogen peroxide and acid to create this distressed, rusty look. This is a very dramatic sunken garden here. Then you've got this wonderful soft billowing of foliage, and it's a whole different story.
Scale-wise, I think we cracked it. The rest, I think we just trod very carefully and hoped people would get it.
Well, the judges certainly did, awarding Paul Gold and Best in Show. You know, I'm just loving the mix of garden ideas here at the show. Jackie Knight's Rock Garden Oasis is an absolute beauty. Dotted with dwarf conifers, colourful heucheras and succulents. And then there's American-born Butter Wakefield, who's created possibly the most natural, the most English country garden of them all. People won't believe that you've actually brought this in.
Quite unusual for a beech tree to be so kind of
And the two
chubby.
trunks. Yeah. Just 20 days old, this brand new garden is so expertly planted, it feels like it's been here forever. This is beautifully natural.
Oh, you're very kind. Well, I threaded through foxgloves and little and big ferns to sort of give a sense of the countryside, really, as nature intended.
The garden is surrounded by an exquisite fence, and it's willow.
Willow and hazel with hazel uprights. That sense of the homespun and handcrafted. That's Rosa Sombrelle.
Oh, Sombrelle, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
with great one.
There's even a little kitchen garden.
So this is 1 meter 500 in diameter.
So you've got the chard, the calendula.
Yeah, exactly.
And the
yellow of the straw.
And you could feed a family from that.
Yeah, I'd say maybe a couple of families, actually.
Yeah. And just in case you're wondering, Butter nailed it, nabbing a gold medal.
My first show garden and the RHS Chatsworth first show garden, so it's pretty special, I think.
It is very special.
Yeah.
But if you want a mix of natural and formal features in your garden, why not have both? As they say, people come to the countryside for the fresh air and glorious views, and it's very true. This garden here represents the two wonderful parts of Derbyshire and the wildlife that's going through. This area, of course, is the wild meadows, which have been planted, by the way. They're not the natural ones here. They've been introduced with the clover and the flowers and the daisies for the cows to meander on. While small, it represents the fabulous and stately homes of this region. We just love to bring groups in to look at these gardens because they're just filled with all the plants and the colour and the magic we just love to see.